It's his brother. Nice. That's tragic, man. Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back. If you're new here, my name's Josh. Welcome to the channel. We're going to be watching some Shippuden today, hopefully getting into officially the fourth great ninja war here. The shinobi, our fearless leader Gaara, coming in here. Boy, am I nervous, y'all. But I hope y'all are having a good week. It's the day after Christmas today, while I'm recording this, and I did get some new goodies yesterday. Some stocking stuffers from some of my family. I have the Naruto Umizaki. Yeah, you guys got mad glare there, but it's basically like a Santa version of Naruto, which is kind of sick. Yeah, I have to add that to my collection. Y'all probably can't see it back there too much. It's pretty blurry, but I got that, and then also there's like these like cat themed Naruto things, and I got the nine-tail cat. Pretty cute, right? So I got a couple of new ones. Let's go put them back there, actually. Put Levi back up there. We'll do the little nine-tail cat here. So now we got more to the collection. By the end of my reaction channel, I'll have the whole wall just decked out with random anime stuff. But yeah, y'all, let's go ahead and get in this one. If you enjoy it, drop a like for me, all the good YouTube stuff. I appreciate it. And yeah, let's go ahead and watch some Shippuden together. That'd probably be so weird flying on those things for the first time if you're not used to it. Man, I don't think anyone does. See, these seems like almost like more valid worries. What Of course, man. Yeah, it's one way to deal with it. Just try to focus on what you need to do. It's cool seeing the map and everything. Here we go, Datara. Oh man, it's a bombing. Yeah, counter his little minions with your own minions. I like that. This artful duo. Oh no, the bat's gonna eat them all. Jeez. Are we cooked, man? At least gonna send the message. Yeah, Datara is definitely good for this, pursuing people.
2時と6時の方向を出口とする。おい、それ以外の方向すべてに起爆札のトラップを仕掛けてこい。はい。お前は空からの偵察を続けろ。
I could see a cool fight between like Sai and Datara with like the both them flying around.
新チャクラのアンテナを張れ。ザジとホヘトは感知と見張り。キリと俺は今後の作戦を検討する。了解。
まあ、ここは感知タイプの俺がいるから大丈夫っすよ。
戦争では一切気を抜くなザジ。それが命取りになる。
こう見えてもこの部隊に選ばれたエリートっすよ。で、気をつけること他にあるっすか？
カブトは江戸天聖とかいうオロチマルの忍術を使ってくる。データによると魂を縛られ生き返った死体だ。いくら攻撃しても死ぬことがないらしい。奴らを止めるには魂を封印するか動きを止める術しかない。
Yeah, it's hard to counter, man.
でもその術は解けない。どの部隊でもそうだが、まずカブトを見つけ次第拘束だ。後で現実をかけ、その厄介な術を解く。そう聞いている。
Oh no. Did he kill her? Y'all, I'm freaking nervous.
第一部隊、広がれ。
A little camp.
ジャミングの術。
どうした？
ジャミングの術のせいではっきり感知できないっすけど。
But the insects are... Bro, he freaking survived the blast?
あれはムタさんだ。
待て、おい。
あの先にはトラップがある。俺が連れてきます。
あいつ。
Hmm.
大丈夫っすか？ヤク
Hmm.
俺から離れろ。
Yeah, he's booby trapped or some shit, dude.
アジ、戻れ。警戒しろ。
Hmm.
ムタさん。
逃げろ。みんな。俺にはどうにもできない。
Kankuro versus Sasori, man.
分かってる。
Dude, this is freaking savage.
かなりのチャクラが練り込まれた白い塊がある。何かあるぞ。
デイタラの起爆粘土だ。
頼む。
ドドン指導学。
Damn, it's a huge explosion.
芸術だぜ。コッパミジンか。
感知しろ。
Ah, ain't gonna be that easy. Dang, cool, man. Although that's a pretty precarious place to be now. They just drop a bunch of bombs in there. Better shoot it back up.
油目のやつは助けられなかった。ケイ、ザジの治療を頼む。了解。
仲間の死を嘆く暇もないのか。戦争ってのは。
ほら、動く。
Hmm.
次来るぞ。気を抜くな。
考える暇もねえのかよ。とりあえず雲竜三日月切り。
Who are these leaf guys?
こいつらは徳馬さん。なんか。
Oh, the other ones. They're getting controlled by Sasori, yeah. Sai coming in?
ナイスだ、サイ。
こいつらはまだ生かしてある。さて、どうする？
だね、手使うじゃん。
お前ら許さねえ。
サソリ、いるのは分かってる。出てこいよ。
ほう。やっぱクグツ使いだ。
お前らも奇襲部隊だな。こうやって奇襲部隊同士が勝ち合うのは珍しいじゃん。
奇襲を成功させられる。この戦争のスタートを切るのは俺。
Yeah, the first conflict, man.
その流れを決める。
なら、俺たちが勝つ。
Seems like a tough matchup, bro. Two former Akatskis.
不死身ってやつだ。
Yeah, and they're all freaking
どうした？
reanimated, bro.
そんな。逃げろ弟よ。お前に勝ち目はない。
Dude, it's his brother. Oh my god. I didn't even notice that.
この再会だな。
Yep. Like we were talking about, man, they're gonna set up such shit one-on-ones with all these reanimated corpses.
仲間を傷つけさせるようなやり方。俺が絶対に許さねえ。
俺は戦争だ。綺麗事言ってんじゃねえぞ。
親と単語続け。だが次だ。
貴様。兄さん、しっかりして。
Oh.
さすがサソリの旦那。
Good, my good man.
竜裏切り
Nice.
重いよくやったぞ
己の前を切りつけるふりをして後ろを切る騙し切りの技か。くだらねえ。
俺のチャクライトを切るかいい立ち筋だ
Hmm. Yeah, get him in the mix.
自動かけ
Oh man. That would actually be like, it's like double gravity plus going up. That would hurt. It's a lot of force.
舞台だがうまく回ってるじゃん
Yeah, they're working together pretty well so far. I'm just like curious how they're really gonna handle these reanimated corpses if all you can do is like seal their souls.
人の使い方が上達したなカンクロ
Yeah, I forgot they faced off, man. That's been a minute.
正直嬉しいが今じゃ黒ひげの俺の方が上だぜ
まさかお前が生きていたとはなやはりあの時の毒は解毒されていたか
あんたとまた戦えるなんてこれは運命じゃん
God, y'all, this feels so long ago now.
待て
Bro, the beginning of Shippuden is some of the coolest. Like, Akatsuki's aura is just something, man. Like, Sasori and Data are coming to attack the Sandville is just so crazy.
筋は言う。とどめはやめだ。
Big mistake, man. Or Kankuro will be able to get his revenge now.
の時の借りを返さなくちゃな
Oh, he's got. Oh, yeah, I forgot he's got the Sasori puppet. He used that in the 5 Kage summit. Cool, man. This is going to be an interesting matchup. I like the commando units going after each other. Just like kind of like all of them have very unique skill sets, you know? I want to go back and look at Sai's book thing. Because that's what had his brother in it, right? I don't remember. It's not his. Is it his real brother or like just like a chosen brother?
俺の区別か今
Yeah.
その体もくだらね
But it's worthful to Kankuro.
知ることのない本物の人形そのものかつて望んだ体だ隊長あの根のもの腹の中にまたあの粘土だ
Oh my god.
デイダラの起爆粘土はライトンに弱いと聞いたことだ
Yeah.
遅い。
カツ今だ黒ひげ参照
Oh. Poor Sai, man.
サイ
Oh, his book's out, dude.
参照
隠しておいた防御用の傀儡で爆弾を囲うとは。だけで爆破威力はいまいちだった。
九段だと
Yeah.
文句でもあんのか。サスケの後釜にもなれねえおめえみてえなカスか。デジャバるんじゃねえ。
Oh, yeah, I forgot how their body can like reform.
また爆弾にしてやるよ。
Jeez, Data. Sadistic.
イさお前を傷つけたくはない死んでもう目から解き放たれたの感情を殺す鍛錬とシスト幼い頃から生活を共にさせ兄弟のように育ててから最後に殺し合いをさせる木の葉の根のを切って心をなくせば迷いはない
Sai killed his brother here? Dude, I don't remember any of this. Let me know if this is something I should have remembered, y'all.
芸術は爆発だ。
Oh, shut up.
一発派手に行くか。
やってみろ
Damn, Sai, let's go. Aw.
兄さんに見せたい絵があるんだ。へえ、どれ？なんだよ。まだ完成してないから、もう少し待って。
Dude, I love Sai being locked in. Ooh.
さっさと自爆すんだったぜ。
Yes. Yeah, dude, that's kind of a good point. Data on this form could just keep using that like massive explosion he did to kill himself. Like, but you keep reforming, that'd be OP.
よくやった思い俺がずっとこいつら二人を傀儡の術で縛り続ける
分かってた。目にいるとき、兄さんと戦わなきゃならなくなるって。あの時、つけられなかった決着。
Okay, so they actually didn't really ever fight back then. Okay. Oh, of course, we can't escape from our Donzo, our lovely Donzo.
あれは俺の区内だ。俺の勝ちだな。
と空中でぶつかって弾き飛ばされたんだ。
運も実力のうちだ。今日の飯当番はお前で決まりな。
大丈夫？
来んな。
So he gets sick?
もうない。
そう。僕らがここに来てどのくらい経つのかな。
なんで？
ずっとここで暮らすのかなと思って。新兄さんと団蔵様以外とは日にちの感覚もなくなってきたよ。でも僕はそれでいいけど、いつまでもこうやって新兄さんと二人で暮らしていたい。
Sad seeing some of the innocence of him, man.
何これ？
開けてみろよ。
Did he gift him his, like, journal or book?
これってスケッチブック？
あ。から欲しがってただろ。この前町に降りた時に買っておいたんだ。
ありがとう兄さん。決めた。これに僕たちのことを書く。僕と新兄さんの物語を絵本にしようと思うんだ。
そうか。できたら見せてくれよ。男と男の約束。絶対だからな。
So he's gonna show him present time, maybe?
なんて言ったんですか、団蔵様。
これからお前たち二人で生き残
Dude, so they did have to fight to the freaking death?
そんな。
これがお前たちの最終試験して根の宿命だ。
It's just so fucked up, bro. It's like the mist with their whole initiation thing that Zabuza went through.
二人とも命はないと思
無理だ。できない。兄さんと戦うなんて。
ならお前を殺す。
兄さん本気なの？
Does the illness catch up to him?
兄さん。
生き残るにはお前は優しすぎる。そう、生き残るのはお前だ。
Man, screw the foundation.
自分の病気のことくらい調べたさ。この病気は治らない。団蔵様も知らない。始末したと団蔵様にするんだ。
そんなこと。
目の最終テストが仲間殺しだと知っていた。
God.
この日までお前に病気のことを隠しながら生きようと、お前と差し違える形で負けようと。
Man, what a beast, man.
その体力も残っちゃいなかった。達成。
兄さん、僕だって兄さんと戦わなきゃならなくなるって知っていた。兄さんと戦うなんてできない。
そうだったのか。心を殺せ。でなきゃいつかお前は任務に押しつぶされる。
Yeah, it's tragic, man.
まで生きろ。
What you have to sacrifice to do your duty sometimes.
自分で始末する。いけ。泣くな。心を殺せって言ってるだろう。よかった。お前の完成したね。
I hope he can show him now, because he does have his like soul in him still, right? His personality is not killed.
サイ。
サイ。そうか。それが今のお前の名前。だが、そうはならない。
兄さん。
完成したんだな。やっと見たかった絵が見られた。
Yeah.
お前の絵が俺の魂の縛りを。
Wow, dude. Yep. I love that.
サイ、お前の名前を呼んでくれる仲間を大事にしろよ。
Wow. Man, I've always really loved the drawing thing with Sai. I thought that was like one of the best moments of his arc. I know that a lot of people don't love that arc, and it's definitely one of the weaker ones, I'd say, but out of that whole arc, Sai's character development is one of the best.
だから聞いたよ。
Also, this fight was freaking sick. Chio and Sakura versus Sasori. So cool. I love this part. Is this when Sasori uses like hundreds of them or something?
大した区別集。
So we list out like hundreds of strings or whatever. Yeah. You brought down a castle, I brought down a freaking nation.
百鬼の総演
そこに魂があったからだ。魂を消そうとしたが消しきれなかった。あんたの作った傀儡にこそ朽ちることのない魂が宿ってる。それが俺にはわかる。しかし今のあんたは生身だが、本物の傀儡になり下がったただの人形だ。誰かに操られるようなゲスじゃなかったはずだぜ。カブトは確かあの頃あんたが使ってたスパイだったな。なのに今じゃあんたが操られるなんて。
Yeah, it's interesting how it's reversed.
られちゃおしまいじゃん。あんたにもあんたを操
Probably hits close to home.
こっちは意地でも負けらんねえ。同じサソリを操っているならなおさら本物を操る傀儡。
Yeah, it's almost like the more of the real Sasori's in that puppet.
あんたの技術、そして作った傀儡は朽ちることのないもんだ。そこに宿る魂を受け継ぐ後世の創演者がいてこそな。
Aww.
それこそ俺の望んだ芸術の形か。
Damn, man, that hit hard.
こんな奴らの口車に乗せられてんじゃね
Got goosebumps.
芸術は爆発だ
He's gone.
作ったものの魂が宿るか。父と母の傀儡をお前に託す。そしてお前が死ぬ時はさらに次のものに託す。
もちろん分かってる。
おいサソリの旦那
So there is some weakness to it, man. You can kind of get to their personal soul and help them release themselves almost.
カブトが術を解いたんじゃねえかな。
Nah.
完璧に思えたこの江戸天聖とかいう術にも穴があったみたいじゃん。人の気持ちをそんな簡単に縛りきれるもんじゃねえだろ。
Yeah, to quell the human spirit.
サイ、重い、ザジ、すぐに奇襲へ向かえ。おう。
どうした？
Can you feel that they were released?
まだまだ未知の部分が多い術だ。だがこれで大体の感じは分かった。
マダラ、君は戦線へ行ってくれ。僕は身を隠し術のため集中する。
Dude, Madara looks so cool with the Rinnegan and the Sharingan.
まで近づいていたのか。そしてそのことを知っていたカブト。
You can't trust him, man.
カブトね。
That damned Kabuto.
友倒れを狙う気だろうがそうはいかんぞ。するのはこちらだ。
Who's the puppet master, really? Cool, man. I really liked a lot of the talk about like the soul and the emotion. You know, Sai and his brother was really good, and surprisingly, Kankuro and Sasori, I did not expect that much like weight behind their conversation. I thought that was really beautiful, man. All right, y'all. Episode 262 and 263, War Begins and Sai and Shin. Good episodes. Good start to the war here. A little interesting kind of getting the start of the war between kind of two of these smaller squads versus these huge big units that we see Gaara leading and one of the other Cloud Village ninjas. I forgot his name, but yeah, pretty interesting with the start, and we could quickly see through Amoy and Zaji's characters kind of the reality of war, right? We see Amoy in his rumination that he often has, and usually it's done in a comedic way, but here the tone is so much different. You know, there's a much more serious soundtrack being played, and you can understand quickly as the audience that, you know, this is real worry, this is real concern about, you know, what would happen if his unit goes down and, you know, he's having to be the last one, maybe get captured, maybe get tortured, all these different potential brutal outcomes that could happen. And he's obviously worried, and we see Kankuro's leadership kind of coming into play to help him focus on just, you know, what needs to be done, the reality of the situation, just to focus on your duty versus, you know, the potential consequences of war. And we kind of see this, you know, contrasted against Zaji's character, who is very much more like lighthearted about the situation. He's much more confident in his abilities, and it's a little naive, right? And we have to see people kind of put him in check. And then we see also when the insect shinobi shows up that, you know, Zaji's kind of naive again and goes out to try to help him, not out of anything bad, but just not being skeptical enough, not being, kind of in the weeds of the duties of war here, trying to just help a comrade versus realizing that maybe he's been implicated, as we see. So I think it's kind of interesting just how war is being set up already off the front here. And outside of that, cool matchup with Sasori, Deidara, and Shin versus this commando unit that we have. And it's honestly an impressive show from all of them, considering that they are new together, working together, but also who they're facing. Two former Akatsuki members, obviously reanimated, and I'm sure there's some level of like a gap in power between the original person versus their reanimated corpse. But at the same time, we see their powers kind of at full display. The only one we don't really see it at full display with is probably Sasori himself. We don't see him, all his different puppet forms. Now he's actually just a real corpse, a real flesh and blood here. But yeah, I really like how we kind of get, some more of the reanimation explained, right? Like Deidara says that, as long as the soul clings to this world, that, can keep being rebuilt, even if it's destroyed. The only way to really get rid of it is to seal the soul of the reanimated corpse, or, in this sense, have something that frees the soul from its clinging to the world. And we see this especially highlighted with Shin and Sai in their confrontation together and getting their backstory fleshed out a lot more. It's something I definitely had to remind myself on, and kind of remembered a lot of it throughout this episode. But I went back and watched some more of that second season or second arc of Shippuden, and Sai's connection to his brother. And even all the way back then, his brother was alluded to, and Sai did reveal that his brother died of illness. He didn't kill him in the end, even though the Foundation wanted him to, or had set them up to kill each other. So interesting getting this story fleshed out. I really loved seeing kind of their interactions more and their bond, right? Their connection together. And obviously seeing just Danzo and the Foundation setting them up for a conflict, but Shin, kind of realizing that he was going to die anyways, and wants to set up Sai to be the one to live, even though it's kind of out of his control. But I think there's a big focus on duty in that confrontation. Even though Shin is dying and wants to die in a sense to let Sai live, even though he would die either way, he does call out that Sai's too emotional, that he's too attached, and that he needs to kill his emotions or else his duty will kill him. I thought that was really interesting, because ultimately what does free Shin's soul, it's not your duty, it's emotion. It's him seeing the pages of what Sai finally drew, what he had promised to show him, that kind of got taken away from them from his illness or the Foundation. Would have been one or the other. He sees that, and his soul feels free from it. He sees the dream that they had together, their bond together. So in a way, Sai proves that the emotions that he got back in touch with back in that second arc, that helped him remember what his dream with his brother was, is what ultimately actually sets Shin free here. I thought that was really beautiful. And we see something similar with Sasori, of course, and always wanting to kind of have, I don't want to say immortality, but, eternal, kind of an eternal place in the world, right? His expression of art wasn't like Deidara's, where it's like one big explosion. It was, something living eternally through time, and him trying to get rid of his body to do so. And it's Kankuro kind of helps put it in perspective, is like, hey, you're a puppet master who tried to do, kind of live through his puppets and create the best puppet for eternal, art or expression. And yet here you are reanimated in a corpse, and you say this is like your dream, that you become immortal or eternal, but you're the one being manipulated now. You're not the puppet master, you're the puppet. And Kankuro kind of reminds Sasori that the puppets he had made, this one that Kankuro has now, actually has his soul, actually has some level of authenticity of Sasori within it. And he reminds him that, you already have accomplished your dream in that sense. You pass down your expression eternally in your puppets that can be passed down from puppet master to puppet master, and that helps Sasori kind of detach from the world as well and release his soul. So really interested. I'm kind of excited to see if this will continue to happen throughout this arc and this war with the other puppets. Are there going to be other situations where their counterpart is going to have to help them release their soul, or is Kabuto just going to start killing their personality? So that's not quite as likely to happen. I'd be very interested to see that's going to happen, because Kabuto is very aware of it by the end of this. So it's kind of a weakness. It's kind of a flaw. So we'll kind of see where it goes from here. But I think it could lead to some interesting conflicts with Asuma and Shikamaru. Like, what's keeping Asuma's soul clung here? With reanimation in general. Like, if you try to reanimate someone and they like left this world peacefully on their own terms, when they're okay with it, would they be able to reanimate them in the first place? Lots of interesting questions with it. But I have to say, I like that this is part of it, because if it was just like sealing the souls away, like, you would have to use something like the Grim Reaper technique, and that would be, or the Reaper technique, and that would be really awful to have someone have to sacrifice their own soul each time. So I think it makes a lot of sense. Let's go ahead and move on to the character ratings for MVP. I'm gonna give it to Kankuro. I just liked him as a leader here. Once again, talking about leadership, I think Kankuro shows that with Amoy, and also calling out Zaji as well. Leading them through a difficult confrontation against two very powerful foes, especially. I really like seeing him kind of at the center point here, and you see how much he's grown since the last time he's faced Sasori and his maturity. For the best moment, I'm gonna give it to Sai and Shin. I'm gonna give it to Sai just because I liked his personality, his emotion coming out of these episodes. But really, the best moment to me is when Shin sees that picture book, the final page that I never got to see, and that freeing his soul. I just thought that was really beautiful. Skip over the funniest, not really any funny moments. And for the Sako, we'll give it to Zaji and him being naive, man. A little too confident, not taking things quite serious enough, and we see that that lead to them being exposed. Luckily, he gets saved pretty damn well. He's really lucky in that sense. But yeah, y'all, good start to the war. Very, very curious on where reanimation is gonna take turns or twists. I could see it like Kabuto kind of adjusting from here, maybe, or maybe this is just a weakness. But yeah, it's already interesting seeing kind of the continued themes, and also kind of reharping on some of them here. It's really, really well done already. But yeah, let me know what y'all thought about this one, what your favorite moment was. Appreciate y'all joining me today, and I will catch you for the next episodes. Peace.